On this episode of Driven, LA technology investor Dustin Rosen shares some advice with successful entrepreneur Shivani Siroya, founder of Tala.
The CEO has the business of always setting the vision.
Dustin Rosen is the founder and managing partner of Wonder Ventures, a leading pre-seed and seed fund in Los Angeles. Wonder invests in innovative technology companies that are trying to solve the world's toughest challenges. Its companies have gone on to raise more than $250 million of follow-on capital from funds like Sequoia, General Catalyst, and IVP. Dustin has been on every side of the business, from running and selling his own tech startup to investing in dozens of others. Today, he uses his expertise to advise entrepreneurs like Shivani Siroya, the founder and CEO of Tala, a mobile technology company that was named one of Forbes' FinTech 50 companies of 2016.
Tala is a mobile technology and data science company that is working to open up financial access, choice, and control for individuals around the world. And what we've developed is an Android application that allows us to instantly credit score someone using just the data on their smartphones. And so that enables us to create this financial identity for them. And then Tala also acts as a lender to these individuals, and we lend to them based on that credit score. The idea for Tala came to me when I was working at the UN Population Fund. There's about 2 billion people around the world that are currently underserved from financial institutions. And what we want to do is prove that these people are creditworthy and that they are very valuable customers. We've had now over 1 million individuals actually download the product and access the platform. In terms of direct borrowers, we've now serviced over 350,000 customers. We've dispersed over 1.5 million loans to date, and then over $50 million in the last 12 months. I actually started the company while I was working full-time, so I had actually transitioned from the UN back into investment banking. So when we were starting our prototype, I was actually using my savings to get going. And then in 2013, we raised our seed round, and we raised about $1.2 million. In 2015, we raised our Series A, and just most recently, we raised our Series B, and we've gone from a team back in 2012 of 3 people to now a team of 85 people around the world. Dustin Rosen is one of our seed round investors, and so feel really lucky that he's only a block away from us.
This is quite a way to do a meeting, but I'm excited to get some time to catch up because I haven't seen you since you closed your Series B, $30 million from IVP. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're super excited. So one of the things I've been thinking a lot about is how to prioritize internal priorities around infrastructure versus really scaling and getting into those markets, because in some ways they have to go hand in hand.
I think one of the things that's challenging, and I remember you in your first office, a single room, you've got 8 people in there, you could yell out something and everyone can move. So I can only imagine now with 85 people around the world what it takes to manage is keeping that culture, right? How do you keep that move fast, break things culture? Part of it for you is hiring a management staff that feels the same way. A piece of advice that was given to me when I was running my company is kind of the adage of A players and B players and C players in terms of talent and hiring.
I don't know that.
Yeah, so the way it goes is if you hire an A player, not only are they super talented and effective, get a lot of work done, but they also have the confidence to hire other A players. And so you fill your team with A players over time. If you hire a B player, either consciously or subconsciously, they may know that they're not up to that next level, and all of a sudden they end up hiring C players. And you kind of have this downward spiral where once you let that into your organization, it kind of filters through. And so really, really important to hire A players and A, kind of lieutenants so that you can fill your team with only A and top talent up and down the stack, and everyone's aligned with that kind of hustle that feels like the early days of your company.
That makes a lot of sense.
The CEO has the business of always setting the vision, and the vision is kind of the key component that you do in your job. So you set the vision, and then you sell the vision to two key stakeholders. So one is your team, so you're selling the vision to recruit and hire and retain people, and then you're selling the vision to the money, which is either investors or customers, which keeps the business going. And if you do that job, everything else should flow under it, right? Because the team that you've hired and you've sold the vision to know what they're supposed to do, and they do their work, and the money in the bank supplies the fuel for the company. And if you can actually align all those things, then that really becomes your job, and you allow everyone else to take on the day-to-day underneath you.
That's a really good point. I mean, so in some ways, you don't think that the CEO is really setting the specific strategy or the roadmap. It's almost like, you determine the vision and the higher level objectives, and then from there, you're actually saying, okay, you guys create the tactical roadmap.
The tactical roadmap, I think, goes to them. The high level objectives and the vision is yours.
That makes a lot of sense.
Thanks for giving me a ride. This has been a lot of fun. It's tough to keep up with Shivani traveling around the world, so I'm glad we were able to make this happen.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time.